This presentation supports AS 91383 analyse human resource issue affecting businesses to be credit internal. So in this presentation, we're going to understand the significance of human resources for an organisation, explain the term staffing needs analysis, and analyse the need for an organisation to complete a staffing needs analysis. Okay, so first and foremost, human resources are essential. Okay, they're the most fundamental building block for any organisation. They provide the labour and the entrepreneurship part of the factors of production. And as we've seen before, human resources are what make an organisation. An organisation is always just a group of people. So we need that people aspect for an organisation to exist. Okay. Human resources, they obviously need to be managed well. They're incredibly fickle. They can be very highly productive and motivated one minute, and then very demotivated, inefficient, unproductive another. So it takes a lot of skill and resources to manage them well. Human resources, they need to be sustainable, to be taking an organisation into the future, and in that the rights of the human resources are recognised under law. So the government take quite an interest in protecting our human resources in society. So there is huge amounts of resources employed in managing human resources well. And as mentioned, if there's no human resources, there's no organisation. So they are a fundamental part of any business. So staffing needs analysis. This is very simply putting down on paper who your staff are, what their skills are, what their roles are, other things, how they contribute to the culture, how they contribute to the overall product, how they add value to the organisation, whatever it may be. But it's putting down on paper who you've got, the skills that you've got at your disposal from a human resource aspect. This sort of process occurs whereby there may be issues arising, workload issues. So you may have there's a fantastic pool of human resources that you've got there. Your staff are very good, however, they're being overworked. If they're overworked, this means that this can lead to stress, and stress would lead to a reduction in performance effectively. So workload issues may reveal that you may need to employ more staff, or you may need to adapt certain department to take on further work. So workload issues may be a reason to stop complete a staffing needs analysis. There may be distinct changes in technological approaches to production and productivity. There may be legislation passed. There may be changes in the market. Disruptive technologies is a really good example of how the market is changed. You think of Uber and the change in the taxi driving market. Poor staff performance, which can be identified through appraisal, could lead to staffing needs analysis. Growth on a more positive aspect can also if the organisation is finding itself a little bit off of target to where it's trying to set itself its objectives, this may also need staffing needs analysis. Lots of different scenarios whereby this piece of information may be understood. But also, as an organisation may choose to do this ongoing to keep an accurate record of their staffing and the skills that they've got at their disposal. So what it shows is a current snapshot of the human resources. So employee characteristics, where they sit on the organisational structure, how long they've been with the organisation, their performance even, who they're responsible to, who they're responsible for. There may even be an identification of external skills to the position they may have. So if one has the skills in French, for argument's sake, this may give an indication as to someone who could be adaptable should those opportunities arise. It also reflects the rate of growth and decline. So whether you're doing this in an ongoing process, you can see that the workforce has grown or it's got smaller, and this is obviously linked in with turnover rates. So it basically sets the scene of, does the current human resources fit into what the organisational structure is, what it's trying to achieve, the culture and the values of the organisation. And more significantly, in terms of prompting an action or a response, does it reveal the need to start the recruitment process? So as an example here, this may be very simple. Employee, the position, the age, full-term employee, the status of their contract, of their of their employment, how long they've been, salary, and basically some link to their responsibility within the structure. This gives a very nice overview as to who is doing what and when. This can also be developed further with qualifications, training, potential skills they've got, and significantly the competency level. So in terms of how good are they, how good are they at their performance in the job. So if the staffing needs analysis does reveal the need for a new staff, to go down the path of recruitment is a very long and expensive process. It's a vital process and something that you vitally must get right the first time. However, what you also must consider is that recruitment isn't always successful straight away. So what is the situation if it doesn't work out? Okay, are there existing staff revealed from your skills needs analysis or staffing needs analysis that have revealed that they have skill sets that could be adapted, which are currently being underutilized? Are there ways in which training could provide upskilling and motivation of certain staff? So really going down that thing of the recruitment process is a very, very tricky path to go down. That being said, it is also an essential path because, as described at the beginning, human resources are fundamental to the organisation. The only way in which you get human resources working for the organisation is through recruitment. So it is a most necessary task that needs to be undertaken. So the recruitment process, absolutely instrumental in setting the organisation up for its personnel and staff, and hopefully getting those people together to have shared common beliefs and values and working together to achieve its goals. If its recruitment is done badly, it can lead to a high turnover. So that means a lot of people coming and going. And that the damages with that is there's a lack of continuity and planning over the long term. It becomes a very short term type of outlook. The problem really is that recruiting is incredibly expensive. It is a very lengthy process, and the problem also being is that while you're recruiting, you often are taking out key members of the structure of the organisation to assist in the recruitment process. At the same time, their productive capability is diminished.